Y'all should be able to chat. I don't know. I never really want my fucking shit. What's up, KK? I'm doing good. How are you? I just wanted to get on live real quick, see if anybody was up. You doing good? Good to see you too, KK. Yes, I know. I ain't been live in like what, 2 days? I ain't been live in 2 days. And the reason I ain't been live is just I just wanted to give myself time before I come back on. You know, I ain't just want to be on, every day or recently, too recent. You know what I'm saying? Want to give people time to miss me. How was your day today, KK? What did you do? I didn't do too much of nothing. I was pretty much in the house all day, a little bit. I was in the house. Yeah, I've been trying to build up my followers, especially on YouTube. I've been trying to build up my followers more on YouTube than anything. YouTube, I have definitely been trying to build up my followers more. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty inconsistent. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty inconsistent. But I'm trying to be more consistent when it comes to like content creating, because I ain't gonna lie, content creating is a big ass job. If anybody make it seem like content creating is such an easy job, it's really not. It's hard to stay like disciplined and keep posting, especially when you don't feel the energy to keep posting, or you don't feel the energy to just get on live or make videos. Then that's how I know like content creating really takes a toll on a lot of people. What's up, Telly? Thank you for joining the live. Just wanted to get on, see how y'all was doing. How you been, Telly? Yeah, like you said, I do have my own life, and I've been trying to live my life a little bit more. I've been trying to just get out there and just see what's happening. Besides content creating, because I love content creating. I love coming on here, going live, creating videos. I love doing this, but it's a lot of other things that I have to do in life too, just not just being on camera. But I do love being on camera. And when I come on here, I love connecting with y'all. I love talking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how y'all doing and everything. And I just got on here because I was bored, to be honest. And it's kind of late. It's almost 11. I really should be asleep, but I don't feel like going to sleep at all. I really don't. But yeah, man. I really haven't been feeling like going live. But I wanted to get on today, though. So, yes, what y'all been up to? What y'all doing tonight? Chilling? I know that's right, Telly. That's one thing about life. Like, life just want to drain you so much to it doesn't want you to chill. It doesn't want you to have no kind of peace. And I'm the type of person to where I need my peace. I need space to do what I feel like I want to do. And if it's not, if I don't want to do anything, then that's what I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I find time to myself. You know, I don't want to be surrounded around the in crowd and what a lot of people got going on. I don't like to be in the mix. If anything, I'm a loner. I stay to myself, and I know how to stay to myself. And when I stay to myself, when I tell y'all, I keep so much of my energy because there's no one to steal off of it. There's no one to feed off of my energy because I'm by myself. I'm building my own energy up. And when you learn how to be by yourself and stay by yourself and just mind your own business, you're going to see how you improve a lot more being by yourself than being around people. Because when I was around a lot of people, I didn't know which way to go. I was very confused about who I was because it was so many people in my circle to like, who I didn't know who to choose. Was it them or was it me? And I had to choose myself. And that's why I preach, like, being alone is going to be a tough thing. It's going to be a lonely thing. But at the end of the day, it's going to teach you so much because the fact that you're alone, you get to build yourself up. And you have no one tearing you down. You have no one talking in your ear, trying to stop you from doing certain things and certain ideas. So being by yourself is a very cultivating thing if you know how to use that and use that time wisely. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people spend so much time by themselves to where they don't know how to let people in. They don't know how to carry, simple conversations because they've been alone so much. And I never really wanted to be that type. Even though I am kind of introverted and I do stay to myself, I still like to have conversations and talk to people because that's what I like to do intellectually and mentally. You know what I'm saying? Even though I am a loner. I still like to talk. I still like to talk to people. I still like to open myself up to new possibilities and opportunities because you never know what you're going to run into, when you come out here like that. And that's why being alone can kind of be a double-edged sword. It's like if you be alone so much, you don't know how to really interact with the world anymore because you're so used to just relying on yourself and being so independent. And that's how I feel. I've been more relying on myself and being more independent, but at the same time, I want to feel like I have friends and people to talk to and who are on the same level as me. Of course, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I can always come on here and talk to y'all, but I'm talking about like in-person relationships. I really don't have too much of those. My circle is very small, at this rate. And I keep my circle small because you got to. You got to. Hello, this is my first time on your live. I started following yesterday. Thank you. Thank you for following my live. Thank you for joining and subbing to my channel. What's up, real PRM? PRHM? What's up? Appreciate you for joining the live. And thank y'all for following and subbing. Real, how do you feel about that Nolan Wells situation? Just curious. Do you feel like it's a part of an agenda? See, this has been a big topic. That Nolan Wells situation has been a big topic. And I'm going to tell y'all what I think about it. I think that situation is very much like, it was a real situation. I feel like it happened, but I kind of also feel like, yes, it is part of an agenda because if you look at history, this shit has happened so many times. This is not the first time a black man got killed being with a bunch of white people. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? It's too many examples in history showing us that this shit, been happening. So I feel like why do we keep broadcasting the same shit? It's a lot of people who are dying every day due to the same shit that Nolan Wells died to. But they don't broadcast that. And the shit that they don't broadcast be a lot of the real shit. That's the real stuff. I feel like this Nolan Wells situation is only happening to stop our energy and stop, what we need to be focusing on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry that that person lost his life due to that tragic event. But I feel like, why televise that one event when there's so many events that happen just like that one? You know what I'm saying? That go about unheard. So many killings and shootings in the hood that don't get broadcasted. So many things that don't get broadcasted, but this is the main thing that's getting broadcasted and put out there. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the family don't even talk about the fucking victim and what the child done been through. Like, if my family member got fucking killed, I'm finna raise hell. I'm not finna sit on no fucking camera and talk to news reporters and do all this shit. No, I'm finna go get justice, find these motherfuckers who did this to my child, and see what the fuck I can do. I don't got time to talk to no fucking camera right now. I'm grieving. I'm going through shit. My child just got killed. So I feel like all of this shit just be a setup and a play, because they want to invoke certain things within us. They want to harness our energy so bad to the point where they feel like they got to televise people getting killed, especially black people, because they know that if they put a black person up there to get killed, they're going to get a high amount of energy. Now, let's say if it was all black people and one white person in that group, and the white person happened to come up missing, I feel like that they wouldn't do as much as they doing now for that white person as they doing for the black person. You know what I'm saying? If it was a white person that got killed, I feel like the world probably wouldn't care as much. And I'm sad, and it's sorry to say that, but it's true. When a black person get killed, that shit gets televised so much. Look at George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, so many other people, Trayvon Martin, the boy who just got killed because he was trying to go in the store to get a fucking water bottle that they thought he stole. It's been so many examples of the same shit. So when do we get tired of seeing this shit? When do we get tired of seeing a lot of our black people get killed, and not just black people, but people in general? You know what I'm saying? All people are a part of Christ. It's not just black people who are a part of Christ. So I feel like that Nolan's Well situation is a part of an agenda, because they will never tell you the truth on what really happened. They only gonna tell you what they want you to know. They're not really gonna tell you what the fuck happened at the end of the day. And that's how I feel about that situation. And I know that situation has been a trending topic for like a couple days, you know. And it's like, wow. Exactly, because they want, yes, like I said, they want a reaction out of us. They trying to invoke a certain emotion so that way they can feed off of it and harness it. And as long as we give them those emotions, then that'll always be that. That's how I feel about that situation. And it's like I said, it's been so many things in history to prove that, that shit has been a playbook. That's all they doing. They have no more options. They have no more tricks up their sleeve at this point. The only thing that they can do is use our own people against us to deceive us, like they've been doing. But a lot of people haven't been awakening to that they use your people to literally keep you asleep and keep you indoctrinated. And that's what I feel like has been, keep happening continuously. And to be honest, it's not about race, because race really never had nothing to do with it. They use race to pin us against each other. Race don't really mean shit. It's just a skin color at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if race is just a skin color at the end of the day, why the fuck are we going off that all the time? They use race to pin us against each other. We shouldn't be going against each other. All of us are down here living as American citizens or working class people. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ultra rich, you're a fucking worker, basically. And if you're a worker, it don't really matter what skin color you is, because at the end of the day, your ass is fucking working. Your ass is a slave out that bitch. So what does skin color really have to do with it at the end of the day? If we all fucking poor, if we all have to struggle and worry about where the fuck our next meal coming from, if we all have to go clock in at a 9 to 5, what the fuck does race got to do with it at the end of the day? Bitch, we all down here struggling. I'm trying to help you, you trying to help me. You know what I'm saying? Christ works in many different people. Not just black people, not just white people, not just Chinese people, not just Spanish people. You got so many people who are a part of Christ that we don't even know yet, that we haven't even seen. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't limit things to race, because I feel like race really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's nothing about race. At the end of the day, it's all about the energy. That's all they want is energy. They want your shit. And if you continue to feed it to them by talking about the same things that they want y'all to talk about, they want y'all to talk about that situation. They want y'all to ramp it up. They want y'all to feed it the energy that they need to, keep themselves alive. They need us. Without us, it's nothing. They're in pure death. We are walking karma right now. And the fact that we are walking karma, the fact that we are the beings that are not even supposed to be here, because we are the glitch in the matrix, we are fucking this shit up. They're trying to eliminate us. They're trying to get rid of us, because we are here to speak the truth to the people who have deaf ears and deaf eyes. But you can awaken up from that, because that's why Christ put us here, to give these people another chance to awaken to the truth. So if you never awaken to the truth, then you will always be stuck down here, not knowing what's in store for you, because you're too scared and you're too in fear, because the God of this earth got you like that, and they got you indoctrinated with things that don't serve your higher self, because you don't even know what your higher self is. They never taught you that. Ever since school, and I was just thinking about this like a couple hours ago. Ever since school, they indoctrinated us with the sense of time, right? Y'all remember that? How to read a clock, an analog clock, what time is it? Numbers, letters, all that shit. They taught that shit in school. They never taught us about our higher self. They never taught us about grounding. They never taught us about chakras. They never taught us about energies. They never taught us about none of this spiritual awakening shit that I come on here and talk about. They never taught us this shit in school. I didn't learn this shit from school. I didn't learn this shit from no motherfucking book. All of this shit comes from pure enlightenment within. So if you go back to school, they teach you about clock, time, numbers, all this shit that you didn't know when you came out. You didn't know shit about time. You didn't know shit about numbers. You didn't know shit about a language. You didn't know nothing, because you came out innocent. You came out pure. They had to indoctrinate you. They had to put things within your head to know, like, okay, this is what this is. But at the same time, you have to realize that even though that they put these things in our head and they tried to indoctrinate us through school, through medicine and through all this bullshit and food, none of that worked. Because if it did, you wouldn't have any awakened beings. All of our ass would be asleep if that was the case. If Christ wasn't working, if Christ wasn't the energy it was, all of us would be asleep. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes us to awaken this place. It takes the chosen ones and the people who speak truth and know truth and walk in truth and our truth. It takes us and our energy to awaken the people down here. And that's why we down here. To awaken them. Because we are already where we are. We're just trying to see who else made the decision to come with us. Who else made the decision to be with Christ. You know what I'm saying? And once you find out whoever else made the decision to be with Christ, then that's who you're gonna go with. You know what I'm saying? All of us gonna go with Christ if that's what you choose. If you choose the Antichrist, then that's where you're going. You go where your soul chooses to be at. And that's that's just how it is, spiritually. It's the energy that you choose to be in and choose to walk in. And anybody can really tell you that, And that's why I feel like I reincarnated here so many times, because I still had things to complete. I still had things to finish within my lifetime, because obviously I'm not finished yet. And that's why I'm back here to finish. And this will be the last, time I come back. I have nothing else to do here. I completed everything that I wanted to and needed to, on our spiritual mission and path. A lot of us have already completed what we needed to. And that's why this will be our last incarnation cycle, and we will never come back here. Or some of us will be trapped in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you choose to do. So I just wanted to talk about that. And I'm thankful that, KK, you brought up that Nolan's Wells situation. Because I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't really gonna talk about it, but since you brought it up, I thank you for that. But yeah, I think that was a crazy situation. Even my mama been talking about it. The Nolan's Wells situation. And like I said, all of that shit is just to put us in fear and kind of pin us against each other. That's all they trying to do. Put you in fear, have you in fear to connect, you know what I'm saying, with each other. Cause a lot of chosen ones don't really look like you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of chosen ones don't look like you. All of us look different. All of us look unique. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we all look different and we all look unique, we have a certain mission and we have all different purposes to complete down here. You know what I'm saying? My mission is different from your mission, and your mission is different from somebody else's. So that's why we all had to come down here to put our powers together, put our purposes together, so that way we can create one power to finally take down, what's been stopping us and trying to keep us away from who we truly are. That's it. And who you truly are is about to be exposed. It's about to be out there. You know what I'm saying? And for me to be an introvert, it's kind of hard to put myself out there, but it feels like I have no choice, because I haven't prepared for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I haven't come this far for nothing to just give up or shy away from what Christ truly has in store for me. And I can't give up on that. I think that's why we get so bored, because we done this stuff. Yeah, we get bored all the time because, like I said, we're living on a repeat of life. We're just repeating shit that we already did. It's like playing old levels to a game. You already know what's going to happen next. You already broken out of the matrix, so it's no need to continue to play the game. All you got to do is really watch it. All you got to do is really spectate at this point, because your job is now finished. All you waiting on is for people to get to the finish line. And a lot of people are not going to make it to that finish line. But some of them are. And the ones that make it are the ones that's going to come with us. And the ones who are going to be with us, and be a part of Christ. So the people who don't make it are going to be people that you truly care about. Are going to be people who you hold close to your heart. It's going to be a lot of those people, because they are asleep. They are indoctrinated. And they refuse to wake up. You know what I'm saying? If I was to come on here and tell y'all and talk to someone who's not a spiritually awakened person and say some of the same things that I be saying, they will look at me fucking stupid. Because they don't know what I'm saying. They don't speak the language that I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? They don't speak that language. They don't speak Christ. They don't know the song. So the fact that they don't know the song, they're going to look at me confused, like, what are you talking about? I never heard that. Where is that from? You know what I'm saying? They so quick to ask you, where do you get your knowledge from? Where do you get your information from? Why do me getting my information have to be from a physical source? It doesn't. Because where I get my information from, you will never see it. Because Christ gives me the enlightenments that I have. You know what I'm saying? Christ gives me the enlightenments to give to y'all. Because Christ is working through me. This is not a one-man job. I'm not doing this shit by myself. When I come on these lives, when I make videos and I talk to y'all, I'm not doing that by myself. I'm with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Christ is working through me 24/7. Even when I'm asleep, Christ is still working. Because Christ has a job to fulfill. And it needs you to also help fulfill that. Because Christ can't do it by itself. So that's why we here. That's why we in the flesh, you know what I'm saying, to help Christ physically. We took on that mission. Because we could have stayed in the spiritual realm and helped also. But some of us wanted to come down here not only to have an experience, but only to see, okay, how can we help physically and how can we fight physically? Because it's going to be a physical fight down here. It's not going to be spiritual anymore. How it used to be. It's starting to get pretty physical. You remember back in 2020, COVID, when we had COVID, that was a physical attack. And a lot of people didn't see that. And that's why I didn't take the jab. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take it. Even though I didn't, you know what I'm saying, know what was going on too much, I still didn't take it. Because it was something within me knowing that if I would have took it, it would have altered something within me that I couldn't get back. And at the time, I didn't know what was so special about me. But now that I know, I will never give that up. And that's why they're trying to create another simulation of the pandemic that happened in 2020. And they're going to create that pretty soon. To where we're going to have another lockdown. Everybody's going to have to stay in their house. Just like 2020. Same shit. Stay in your house. Locked down. And that's how we awakened last time, honestly. Because I was in the house a lot. So that's when I really got my awakening. Around that time. Because I was in the house a lot. So I was steadily getting enlightenments. Because I ain't had shit to do. I wasn't working. I was, you know what I'm saying, chilling. So Christ is really going to reveal itself in a way that people are not going to expect it to happen. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to expect what's going to happen on this planet. And when they see it, they're going to be terrified of it. And in fear. And one thing about me, I'm no longer in fear. I used to live in fear. I used to fear going to hell. Yes, I used to fear Jesus or this higher God. I used to fear that shit because I thought, like, within myself, you know, when I was younger, I thought, like, if I did this, I was going to hell. You know, if I did this, you know, something was going to happen to me. But, you know what I'm saying? That turned out to be a lie. And I had to, unindoctrinate myself from what I was taught. And now, I don't have fear of dying. If I die right now, hey, you know what I'm saying? I know what I did was the best. And I tried my best. So, don't fear death because death is not real. We already living in a place of death. Why you think they're trying to keep you here? Why you think they're trying to trap you? Why you think they're trying to restrict who you are truly and fully? You know what I'm saying? Because they want control of your powers. They want to harness your powers. They want to use it for their own personal gain, thinking that it's going to make them more powerful than us if they take our powers. But little do they know, the powers that we have will never work in their hands because they're not worthy of holding it. And I don't know if y'all know the character Thor. If y'all ever seen the superhero Thor and how he got the hammer. He got his hammer. But can't nobody else pick that bitch up but who? Him. Nobody else in the Avengers could pick up Thor hammer except him. You know why? Because he worthy of holding his own hammer. Because his power and his energy is within it. Because he's worthy of holding it. So if anybody else try to pick up that hammer, if anybody else try to pick up his power, the shit's not going to work for them. They can't use it because they're not worthy of holding it. They're not worthy of the power that you have. So it's never going to work for them. And when we get our powers back, and we are restored fully within Christ, that shit's gonna work for us so damn good. And that's why they're gonna be hiding. That's why they're gonna get the fuck out your way. They're gonna be scared. They're not gonna understand who you are because they never seen this version of you before. But this version of you that's finna arise is finna be a version of you that they can't really get rid of. Because there's gonna be too many of us. It's a lot of chosen ones. A lot. And they're gonna have a very hard time getting rid of. It's like fucking roaches. It's hard to get rid of roaches. Nah. Y'all from the hood, y'all know. It's hard to get rid of fucking roaches. And that's how the chosen one's gonna be, bitch. We gonna be like roaches. Hard to get rid of our ass. Can't get rid of us. Cause we on your fucking neck. We on everything. Every foot of the way. We on the devil ass. They getting so sloppy with it, we can see through their illusions and the veil. And they know that. So that's why they trying to do, that's why they trying to have certain situations set in place, because they want to, they want to distract us from the spiritual journey that we have within ourselves. They're trying to take us away from what we came down here to do purposely. And what we came down here to do is really save the planet and take this shit back, because it truly belongs to the mother of Christ. Mother. This is her shit. She birthed this planet. But it was overtaken by people who ain't have no fucking business here. So they must be gone. And I feel like this year and a little bit of next year, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna live to even see next year. How the world is going, I don't even know if I want to see next year. I want this to be the last year for my ass. I'm be honest. I really want this to be the last year. Because I done seen too much shit, heard too much shit. I'm tired. I'm tired at this point. So I really hope Christ reveal himself this year. That's what I'm hoping on. I'm really hoping that. If Christ can reveal himself this year, hey, we good. We good. I can't wait another year. Because being down here with these fucking bots and these clones and these NPCs who don't know shit, it frustrates me, and it kind of pissed me off, because like, why don't y'all know? Why don't y'all know, bro? Why don't y'all fucking know? And that be my main thing. It's like you get tired of being around people who can't keep up with you at a mental pace. You be want to talk about so much shit, but they have a very limited, brain storage. They have very limited brain storage. That's what I'm gonna say. They ain't got no fucking brain storage left. Cause you try to talk to these clones, these NPCs, that shit is never gonna work out. You gonna have a fucking migraine trying to talk to these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. So that's why I said I hope Christ come this year. It don't come next year. It come this year, any month. Fine by me. And reveal shit. At this point, I'm tired. Tired. Yes, you feel that way too. I feel that way. Bass. That's how I've been feeling. Like, Christ need to hurry up. Even though Christ's already here, within us, but I don't know. She gotta get on the roll right about now. She really do. She really does. Damn, it's almost 11. Yes, same crap every fucking day. Like, how? Like, how do I wake up to the same shit? I know one day when I wake up, something's gonna change. And something's gonna change, but we ain't gonna notice it at first. It's gonna change little by little. That's how I feel like Christ is gonna reveal itself. It's not just gonna be give it to you all at once. Christ gonna give it to you a little bit at a time. You're gonna change a little bit at a time, and you're gonna start to see it. And you may get freaked out because you're starting to change. You're starting to become this new person. You know what I'm saying? Physically and, spiritually. You're going to start to get freaked out a little bit. Because Christ is going to change you day by day, subtly. And you're not really going to notice the changes at first. But as the time go on, the changes are going to become more apparent. And when these changes become more apparent, people around you are also going to start to see these changes. And you might be like, damn, why are these people scared of me? Why are these people looking at me a certain way? Why are these people coming around me? You know what I'm saying? Looking at me all strange and weird. It's because they see a part of themselves that they don't want to face yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are mirrors. Chosen ones are walking mirrors. We point out people insecurities without saying anything. When you are around people, you sense their insecurities. You sense what they have a hard time dealing with within themselves. And the fact that chosen ones can sense that within people makes it hard for us to maintain relationships, because we are so good at just telling the truth naturally. We're so good at just letting people know what it is, up front, and not sugarcoating how we feel. And I think that's what ends a lot of our relationships, and that's what ends a lot of our friendships, because we very blunt with the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because we're truth tellers. Once we feel like it's something you should know, we're gonna tell you. As chosen ones, we're gonna let you know that, hey, this is a problem that I feel like you should fix, and if you don't fix that, then I gotta go. I'm not standing around someone who's not willing to work on themselves when I'm trying to work on myself, because all you're gonna do is just bring me down with you. And that's what people want to do, bring you down all the time, because they stuck in the crab in the barrel mentality to try to pull you down to where they at. And it's like, I can't do that. Telly said, honestly, I feel like I don't have anything else to do here. Me either. I don't know what else Christ want me to do. It's just like, I live a life of just mundane, boring. My life is very boring, believe it or not. For me to be a young person, y'all would think I would be out partying. Y'all probably think I'll be out just living my life, celebrating, doing so much of that young shit. I can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm young at heart, but I feel like I'm old. I'm a very old soul. So like all that partying and living a fast life and living the young life, I already did that already. Even though I'm young, I felt like I already did that in past lives and previous lives, to where I don't got to do this, in this lifetime, because it's not required. I already did it. So when you can't get certain things in this reality, it's because you already got it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not the richest person right now, it's because 9 times out of 10, you was probably a rich person in one of your past lives, or you have riches spiritually that you have to tap into and access. You know what I'm saying? To try to bring that into the physical realm. How you think all this shit is happening? All this shit is happening because it's happening spiritually first. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes place spiritually. Even money. Even though it was created and man-made, all of that it still happens in a spiritual process first. And when you don't have things that you want in this physical reality, like I said, it's because 9 times out of 10, you already have it. And when you already have these things, why need more? It's like we're in a waiting room. Yes. It's like we're waiting for something to come. But at the same time, we know that whenever it comes, it's going to be for, you know, us. It's going to be for us truly. It's going to be for us spiritually, mentally, physically. You know, we're going to accept what comes to us because we've been waiting on it. Like Telly said, this is a wait room. You know, life feels so stale. Life feels so boring. Life feels so dry because we already did this shit. So now we're just waiting to reap the benefits of what we done and reap the benefits of the work we already did. We already did our inner work. We already did the shadow work. We already did the healing. We already did crying tears. We already did the broken friendships, the broken family dynamics, the narcissistic people that you have come across. We have already been through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So all them old wounds and patterns and ways of being are no longer relevant to who you are now, because who you are now is not going to accept that shit no more. Who you are now is not going to allow you to settle for something that's not for you and settle for something that's not serving your highest good and your highest purpose. And that's why, as highly spiritual people, we have to drive ourselves and push ourselves. Because I'm not going to lie, I can get a little bit lazy. And that's why I have to push myself to do things, even though life feels a little bit boring, even though life feels like I don't have everything I want. And trust me, I don't have everything I want. It's so much shit I want in my life that I don't got right now. But I learned how to be okay with not having it and waiting on it. You know what I'm saying? And all I got to do is just build patience, because I'm a very impatient person. When I want something, just know I want it now. I damn near want it the same day I ask for it, you know? And that's how I can be. I can be a little bit impatient. And Christ truly wants me to be a little bit more patient and just see what else this life is trying to show me. And I feel like that's why we're down here, because life is trying to show you so much more that you are missing. And we are missing a lot. But what we are missing will be revealed to us, and it will no longer be missing at that point, because we know it. And we can work off of it. So yes, that life has been feeling very boring for me. And still, I don't got no friends. I don't have no friends at all. And to be honest, it's like I ain't been having no friends for so long, to the point where I don't even want them like that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't even want too many people in my vicinity at this point, because I know that people play a lot of games and people are not worthy of your energy if you give it to them for free. And we can't be giving our energy out for free, because like I said, this is valuable shit. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you can't even pay for this. So the fact that you can't even pay for the energy and the knowledge that I provide, that goes to show how much it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't get that shit with no money. You can't buy my knowledge. You can't buy what I've built up spiritually. You can't buy healing. And a lot of people try to buy the healing. You can't do that. You got to go in there and actually heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then people think I switch up, but it's not like that. My view of life has changed. Yes, that's exactly what it is. A lot of our views of how we used to view this old matrix system, it has changed. We no longer look at it as we once used to, because we were living in a 3D realm with people who were a part of the 3D. You know what I'm saying? And now that you're no longer a part of the 3D, you're on a higher consciousness. It's like you're looking down. It's like you being in an airplane. And when you look out the window, you're looking down at the city. You know what I'm saying? At the land, at the ocean. That's how it feels. You're now on top, spiritually, looking down at where you used to be. And where you used to be is a place which is hell, that they call it, or your lower self. That's why we're trying to get to our higher selves. We're trying to rise out of our lower selves and who we used to be and who this 3D matrix wanted us to be. And we're trying to be our higher selves, who we have always been, but we've never been tapped into it. and we were never taught how to tap into it. And that's the main thing. A lot of us wasn't taught this shit. So I don't blame a lot of, people who are asleep, because they was never really taught it. But the information now is out here. So the fact that you say you don't know, you know what I'm saying, what we're talking about or what's going on when Christ arrived, and you say you don't know what happened, you do know. Because there's been so many people telling you the same shit. But you just choose not to hear it because you're so stuck in the 3D realm. You're so stuck in what this world has for you. And this world ain't got shit for you. Nothing to offer you that's going to serve your higher self and the self that you have always been, the self that you live within. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Christ works. Christ works in ways that very, very mysterious. Very mysterious. And that's why they don't know when Christ is going to come. And that's why they're throwing so many distractions, because they don't know when Christ is going to reveal itself. I don't even know when Christ is going to reveal itself. So that's the fear in it for them. That's why they got fear, because they don't know when Christ is coming. They don't know, when that shit is going to arise. But the ones who are a part of Christ already know, within our soul and spirit, when Christ is going to reveal itself. We don't know a time or a date, because like I said, time and dates don't exist. You know what I'm saying? This day, it really didn't exist. Me being on this live really don't exist at all. None of it does. So, remember that. Christ is going to reveal itself in the most least unexpected time of our life. And we ain't going to know. Like I said, we're not really going to know when Christ's going to reveal itself. And like I said, that's the fear in it. Or the excitement. If you're a part of Christ, that's the exciting part. You don't know when it's going to happen. But when it does happen, you're safe. You within Christ, and you know that you walk within Christ. And walking within Christ is never an easy thing. What the comments say? Have you ever had a dream that you were on a spaceship? No, I never had a dream that I was on a spaceship. Not that I can remember. I never had a dream that I was on a spaceship. Now, I had dreams to where I was on, like, airplanes and many other things, but a spaceship, I never really had dreams about spaceships. But have you had dreams about spaceships, Telly? Like what were they about? Like, were you getting, like, abducted, or were you on the ground seeing spaceships in the sky? How was it for you? Because the closest thing I came to, like, I don't think I really seen, like, spaceships. But I did have this one dream to where I was with this one person, and we was in this house. I don't know who house it was. It was like a random house. But we was in these houses, and all of a sudden, we look out the windows, and we could see, like, people outside, but they were standing out there, and they had this big ass elephant. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It looked like an elephant at first, but I couldn't tell. But it was like an animatronic, like a electronic being. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was big. So it was like me and this person in a dream. We was walking around, and we was looking outside. And when we was looking outside, these people had on, like, white coats, like scientists and doctors. You know how they had the white coats on? That's what they had on. And all you could see is this big ass being standing beside them. I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck it was. But all I heard was helicopters in the sky. While we were in the house, we was hearing helicopters. And the fact that we was hearing these helicopters, we was like, what the fuck is going on? So out of nowhere, the people in the white science coats, they try to come into the house. I guess they was looking for us. And in my dreams, it was telling me, because this dream was very like lucid. It felt so real. So in the dreams, I was thinking like, damn, who are these people? And when I was thinking like, damn, these people are the people who are trying to capture me, because I was awakened within Christ and it was trying to capture me. And that's what was going on in the dream. So me and the person, we had end up climbing out of the windows of this house, and we went into like the backyard area. And as soon as we get out there to the backyard area, I tell y'all no lie, it was a helicopter that came. It was military men. They had guns. They were shooting. They were shooting at me and the other person. We was running, and mind you, it was raining. It was all kind of things. And this felt like a real ass dream for some reason. We running, they shooting at us, all kind of shit. They got military people. You hear like dogs barking, looking for us. And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck are they looking for me for? You know, like, what did I do? Because at the time, I didn't understand. So after that, they had took us. And the people who had took us, it was these Chinese people. They looked at Chinese, but it was the head person who was a part of it, and he had on a yellow suit. All the other ones had on white, but this other person had on yellow. And he was the head boss, because that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, he had to be the head boss because he had on a different color than everybody else. But when he had captured us, me and my friend, we had went to this place to where it was so many other people who looked just like us. But we can tell that they were awakened too within Christ. Like, they had, they speak some of the same language that we speak and all of that. But we were trapped in like this prison because they had caught us, And that dream was wild as fuck. When I woke up out of that dream, I think I wrote it down. I wrote it down in like my dream journal. But yes, that dream was wild. And I haven't written in my dream journal in a while at all. I haven't written in it in a while. I think I should start recording my dreams a lot more. Do y'all record y'all dreams? Like, when y'all wake up and y'all have a dream that y'all want to remember, do y'all write it down? Because I know a lot of people do that. And I was taught to do that too. Like, write your dreams down. The ET pulled back the curtain and showed me that I was leaving Earth. In the next part of the dream, I was telling the ETs to activate their dream. Then told them they were in my rooms. Oh, y'all got abducted by aliens. I heard stories about people getting abducted by aliens, but I never really thought it was like real. I don't know why. I never really thought it was real to me. Oh, KK said, I try to remember them when I do dream. Bass said, I used to write them down. Yeah, a lot of people used to, write their dreams down, to remember them. But I try to remember all my dreams too, even though like I don't remember some of them. But my key dreams that I hold close to me, I remember those dreams perfectly. Without a doubt, I remember those dreams. And a lot of my dreams be like very prophetic sometimes. My dreams be prophetic sometimes. And when I dream about people who I know that they've been talking about me. That's one thing about my dreams. My dreams reveal a lot to me. If I see you in my dreams and we're doing something, that's how I know like that person has been either thinking about me or talking about me. If I see you in my dreams, that's how I know you've been thinking about me or you've been like talking about me in some way. It doesn't have to be bad, but I know that my name has been mentioned, and that's why I see, people in my dreams. And that's crazy that I could really do that. a lot of things can show up in my dreams. And that's why I pay attention to my dreams, because they show me a lot. If I miss things like within this physical realm or consciously, trust me, my dreams and my subconscious picked up on it. And that's all dreams are. Dreams are basically like your subconscious playing out what's been stored in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing a video on a computer. You know, that's how your subconscious is. It's playing these different videos and different images that you've been thinking about, and that's been stored in your subconscious. You ever notice when you worry a lot and you start to like dream, all your problems get carried into the dreams? It's like, damn. When you wake up the next morning, you be like, damn, I dreamed about that. I dreamed about my car getting taken, and next thing you know, your car got took. You know what I'm saying? That's how dreams is, because everything is stored subconsciously, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference. It's like a backup. It's like a hard drive. You know what I'm saying? It says, hey, I can do that too. How come our eyes roll back? Do what, Mel? What you mean? What can you do? Or if your eyes roll back, like when you're sleeping, I think it's a term for that. I think it's called like REM sleep. I think that's like the deepest sleep you can go into. Okay, yeah, REM sleep. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called REM sleep. That's like the deepest state of sleep you can go into. And to be honest, when you in that state of REM sleep, it's very easy to astral project. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but astral projection is like where you can hop out your body basically and just go somewhere in the astral planes. But I'm be honest with y'all, when y'all astral project, or if y'all do astral project, y'all got to be careful, because if y'all astral project into like the wrong places or to, you know, somebody's houses, a lot of people are very spiritually endowed and they can trap you and disconnect you from your body if you're astral traveling, you know, in their place to where they don't want spirits allowed. You know what I'm saying? You can get trapped outside of your body if you're not careful when you're doing astral projection. And yes, we do leave our body every night when we go to sleep. But astral projection is different because you're more conscious of the process, you know, when you're astral projecting, versus dreaming, where you're not really as conscious when you're dreaming. When you're lucid dreaming or astral projecting, you're consciously aware that you're in a dream. Yes, I have astral projected. I've astral projected like many times. And to be honest, when I astral project the most is when I got sick. When I got sick and I had a fever, my dreams had became so lucid. I don't know if y'all ever heard of fever dreams, but fever dreams are very lucid. Like it feels so real. And that's what I had. Fever dreams are very lucid. So that's kind of like astral projecting too, because when I had that fever dream, when when I had that fever dream, I had astral projected within my room, and I could see my body laying on a bed. Like I had hopped out of my body. I see my door, all my posters on my wall. I could see all of that, and I could see my body just laying there. But I'm walking around my room. I didn't leave it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was kind of scared to leave my room. So I just kind of astral projected like within my room. I kind of walked around. I walked to the door, but I never really went through it or opened it. But yes, I have astral projected many times. And like I said, y'all got to be very careful when y'all do astral project, because there is a lot of things out there spiritually waiting to attack you, waiting to, hop into your body once you're no longer in it spiritually. Anybody can take over your body. And I know y'all seen that many a times, to where a person astral projects, or they leave their body, they leave their vessel, and a new soul that means them no good, that wants to feed off of that vessel, hops into their body, and they don't be the same person that that they family thought they was. It's a whole different spirit in that person's body, and you wonder why they acting weird. You wonder why they're doing so many demonic things, because the same soul and spirit that once was in that person's vessel is no longer there, because they got trapped outside of their body, and something else took their vessel. And that can truly happen. That can truly happen, to where you can swap people's spirits from body to body. What you think reincarnation is? We are spirits hopping into bodies, hopping into vehicles. It's like you going to hop in your car every day. You know what I'm saying? When you driving your car at a fast speed, you're not going to see who's in the car, because the shit going too fast. The car is like a vessel, a vehicle, a shell. And what's in the, and who's driving the car? A person. You know what I'm saying? The person's driving the car. That's how these bodies are. We are driving these bodies. We are animating these bodies, because without the soul and the spirit to animate this body, it ain't shit but a sack of meat. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a puppet. If there's no one to animate the puppet, it's nothing. It's nothing. You know? So that's how the spiritual realm works. Telly said, I don't mess with that. I know that's right, Telly. Telly said, I don't mess with that shit. Hell no. Nah. I ain't really scared of it. Like, I've seen shadows, I've seen shadow figures, I've seen light beings. I haven't really seen too many demonic things, but I have seen demons, like in real form. But I don't be scared. I see light beings all the time. Like it be a speck of light and it just float by my eyes. And about time you try to look for that light again, you will never find it. And I'll be like, where the fuck it go? I know I seen it, cause it goes fast. And that's how spirits are. A lot of the times they won't really reveal themselves to you. They'll move very fast. You gotta be real fast to catch them. But yeah, I've seen spirits too. But my biggest ability is not really seeing spirits. My biggest ability is like feeling them. Like, I can feel energies and different energies. If I was to sit next to one of y'all, I can feel all y'all energies. I can feel all y'all insecurities. I can feel all of that within my body. And certain energy points within my body, once I start to feel it there, I know what the problem is. So I can use my body as like basically a energy beacon to feel what's going on with certain people. You know, that's just one of the things I could do. But I like that ability. I like that. That's my dominant ability. Being able to like feel and use my intuition and have that to be strong. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Just been chilling. What's weird, Telly? Telly said that's weird. Oh, I know some of y'all been asking about the tips. I mean, not tips, but like gifting and stuff like that. If y'all go to my YouTube channel and y'all click my page and y'all just go to like my page, like basically to where you can see my icon and all that, it's gonna be a link in there and it says Streamlabs Real Nigga Wisdom. That's my tipping page. So if y'all want to send me gifts and stuff like that, y'all can click that link and it'll let y'all send, you know, however much y'all want to send. You know, $1, $2, it doesn't matter. Anything helps, anything counts. And I appreciate y'all, you know, for donating. If y'all donate to the channel, appreciate y'all. So like I said, y'all can go to my channel. When y'all click on my channel, it's going to be a link. It should be like blue. And once you click on that link, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, you see, yes. Them shadows be coming in strong. I see shadows a lot. A lot. But I don't be freaked out by the shadows at all. Like, they don't really faze me too much. You know. Yes, I be trying to figure out why they watching me too. Like, why are y'all here? Like, show me y'all real intentions on, like, why y'all here. They don't creep me out, like I said. It's just, I have the curiosity of, like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all around me with the stuff? Like, just show yourselves at this point. I ain't afraid to see spirits and like stuff like that. I don't think I'll be afraid. Like I said, I can feel them, but seeing them, I don't think I'll be too scared of like seeing them at all. Not spirits anyway. Yes. I ain't gonna lie, I got on here because I was bored. It's about to be 12 o'clock. I think I'm about to get off live. I need something to drink. I think I'm about to get off. I enjoyed talking to y'all though. I really did. Thank y'all for joining the live. What did I name this live? Late night, yeah. Thank you, KK. I thank you for joining my live. KK, Telly. Who else was in here? Bass. Holloway Bass. Thank you for subscribing. Thank all y'all for subscribing and liking the channel and supporting the channel. I really appreciate y'all. Yes, I'm finna get up out of here. Y'all have a good night. Each and every one of y'all. Yes. Thank all y'all for supporting the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all again. I really do. You welcome, Holloway. Appreciate y'all. Oh, Ajita sent you? That's my girl. Ajita, my girl. I love her. So, yes. I'm going to thank her, too, for sending you to the lives. And I'll catch up with y'all next time. I don't know when I'm going live next time. But when I go on, y'all will join. So, but I'm going to catch y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all.